Oh, I didn't mean to go live. Hold on 1 second. What the heck happened? Sorry about that, y'all. That is not what I wanted to do. 1 second.
Guilty of crime.
Hello, everybody. What's up? I am Jay with Guilty of Crime, and today we're covering Jamie Komoroski. All right, you guys know the deal. Now, I came on a few minutes early because this is a wedding beach horror, and the trial was set to start today. And it didn't start today because she pled guilty. Now, I want to say what's up to all my peeps. Deb H, how you doing? Thank you for becoming a YouTube member. And Sadie's mama, yes, I came on early. Randy B, good to finally see you. Yes, this case has been just swirling around. Now, it wasn't something I was going to initially cover until the crime crew stepped in and said, Jay, you got to cover this case. What are you doing? Get off your butt and cover this case. Do some work. I know it's a weekend, but do some work. So, anyhow, it's been swirling around. Now, I got an email from one of our crime crew members, Stephanie blah bitty blah. Hopefully she comes on. She messages me and says, Hey Jay, I want to say I'm friends with the sister of Samantha Miller. So Samantha Miller, who is the main character in this, and you guys will find out as I go. I'm gonna show you in a bit. I'm gonna show you that her pleading guilty because I'm tell you about the story what happened. I woke up this morning, done a bunch of work. Again, thanks to the mods for all the hard work you put in. This has been swirling around all weekend and then this morning. So I get a message and say, "Hey, I know Samantha Miller's best friend. My best friend is a friend of her sister. And by the way, a little birdie says she's going to plead guilty to all counts, right? All counts. Yes. Hey, Allie Callie, good to see you. So she's going to plead guilty to all counts. In other words, don't even bother with the trial. It's not happening. So I wake up, I message Grizzly True Crime, and Grizzly's already she's already streaming the Sarah Boone case, and she says, we're gonna stream the trial later. And I say, hey, Grizzly or Gizela, don't even worry about it because I'm pretty sure she's gonna plead guilty. You're not gonna be able to cover the trial. It's all done with. I'm pretty sure. There you go. I hop on to watch the trial and boom, she pleads guilty. So I'm going to start with that part and then I'll go backwards to the case. Very sad and tragic case, but this is going to be one of my bigger cases. All right. Number one, I want to see if I can get the family on here. They need a bigger outlet. Now, I have interviews of Aric, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll know by the end of this because we have lots of content for you. Okay. So I'm going to pop on and show you while we're waiting for everyone else that's coming at my regular time. Good to see you, Nadia. Everybody, this is a tragic case. So today, if you guys know, the trial was supposed to start. It didn't. She pled guilty. Now I'm going to go back and go through every single thing. So I reached out to Grizzly, and thank you, Grizzly, for sending me the paperwork and the affidavit. Police report. So, what a good crime community when I have Grizzly True Crime sending me documents for the case, even though she's covering it. And then all of my mods. Thank you so much. Enjoy your Guilty of Crime membership. I'm going to give some more memberships today. And yes, getting the scoop. I also have a surprise for you because I haven't done much of this. I'm going to cover this case. I have, let me see how many jail calls. I have jail calls of this girl from September 21st, 2023, all the way up until December 1st, 2024, which is fantastic. It's up until recently. And it's just, you guys are just going to just love me covering this case. I think it's going to be one of my bigger ones. Hopefully, we'll get family members on here. Bride killed by drunk driver Jamie Komoroski, Wedding Beach Horror. Let me show you where I am going to start while we wait for the other people to come on. I'm going to kind of start in the middle because we know that I went to watch the trial today with Grizzly True Crime, as you guys did, and it didn't start. And you know why it didn't start? Because this is what happened. After this, we'll talk quickly about sentencing. She's an entitled brat, and you're going to hear all of her entitledness. I'm going to break down each of the, I'm going to break down the family members. I'm going to show you social media. We're going to go deep into this, y'all. So hello, everybody. Thank you for being here early. This is where we start. Trial began today, but it didn't begin because this is what happened. And yes, if you guys didn't know, 25 years. It was a 15-year plus 10 plus another, I think it was 10, 15, 5. Some of the sentences to be served at the same time. So concurrent. So it's actually only going to be 25 years with the possibility of parole. Michelle, good to see you. Yes, I know you guys have been watching this today. So we're going to get we want to get the family members on here. I know there's family members that I know are watching my channel because they pointed me to the fact that she was going to plead guilty. Let's listen to this for a moment, and then we're going to start from the beginning, and then we're going to get into jail calls.
ICC, IO, and I on behalf of Jamie Komoroski.
Thank you very much. Are there any recommendations and negotiations, Mr. March?
No, Your Honor.
And does Ms. Komoroski have any record?
No criminal record, Your Honor.
Have you explained to your client when you've
Sure. Do you want to sit at the podium or do you rather have?
which is better? I mean, no. Yeah, which is better? The podium's closer. It's probably easier for the full court to hear everything and record everything. Mr. Williams, have you explained to your client the charge of the punishment for rights?
I have.
Do you believe she understands the charges of punishment for rights?
I do, Your Honor.
Does she wish to plead guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Do you agree with that decision?
I do, Your Honor.
Has she ever been evaluated to determine her competency?
She has not, Your Honor.
Have you explained to her the violent and serious classification?
I have, Your Honor.
And have you also explained to her the collateral consequences of these offenses, that being the suspension of her driver's license or the revocation of her driver's license, as well as the requirement of any interlock devices?
We have, Your Honor, but just briefly. We have, Your Honor.
Ma'am, raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear from the testimony?
And this is where my day began. Again, you guys, we're going to go way deep into this case, but this is where my day began. Trial was supposed to start. Up comes Jamie Komoroski. I can say it in my head. Komoroski struggles with alcohol dependence, depression, and anxiety. Well, guess what? When she killed these people going 65 miles an hour and hitting the back of a golf cart, she didn't seem very depressed then. She didn't seem very depressed when we look at her Instagram and she's partying all day. She didn't seem depressed when she was out on bond because the judge messed up and she was out running free with a $150,000 bond that daddy paid. She didn't seem depressed then. So now she didn't want to play a Sarah Boone, and we all know Sarah Boone got offered what'd she get? 15-year plea deal, and she chose not to take it. So she ended up with LWOP, life without the possibility of parole. So for this one is deciding to take a deal. And we found out what the sentencing is going to be. We're going to listen to her plead guilty, and then we're going to dig into this knee deep, y'all. This is going to be a big case.
Testimony you give will be the truth. That's right. You can put your right hand down and need you to speak a little more loudly for me, please. State your full name for the record.
Lee Komoroski.
How old are you?
27 years old.
What was the last grade you finished?
I have a bachelor's degree
In what discipline?
Science. And I have a bachelor in science and business administration.
And where did you get that degree?
Coastal Carolina University.
And how long ago was that?
I graduated in
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Now, we're only going to listen to this for a minute, and then we're going to start from all the things that juicy things that you want to see that you haven't seen. We're going to start from there. So she's talking about her having a bachelor's degree. None of this is going to matter when she gets out, probably, and after 25 years. Now, Wade says 15 years, and I know she hasn't served any time, so I don't know how much time served she's going to have. Yeah, Princess Mish, bachelor's degree, not too smart. Do me a favor. This channel is fan funded. I got so excited. I forgot to say, hit the like button. If you're new here, please subscribe. And if you like the way that I present content, please do share that content. Let's finish this up, and then I'm going to blast you with information that you haven't heard. All right. So what's up, everybody? Good afternoon.
I graduated in 2020, so
That's okay, the year's coming, that's what I needed, thank you. Are you married?
no,
Do you have any children?
no,
Are you employed?
not currently, but
What was your last job?
I was working for, I was doing digital marketing, and I was also doing web design.
And how long were you employed in that capacity?
Web design for about 2 months, digital marketing for about 3.
Are you on probation or parole?
No,
Ever been treated for the abuse of alcohol, drugs, or mental illness?
I'm now in AA.
How long have you been in AA?
All right, there's my girl, Stephanie, blah, Betty, blah. Shout out to you for bringing this case even closer to me and guilty of crime. So give it up for Stephanie. We love you. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know about this. It helps me a lot when I get insider information, and it helped me to go to Grizzly and say, hey, Grizzly, this is probably not going to go to trial today. And by the way, do you mind lending me some of your paperwork? So thank you, Stephanie, for giving me that. If we can get a family member on here, I'm going to be running this case for a lot of episodes covering these jail calls, and you guys are going to be blown away. And with the way I present things and how I joke with you guys, we're going to have a good time while we're blasting this Samantha Miller killer, and we'll also, of course, always say a prayer for the family. So thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate you. Thank you, Jojo, for the $5 super chat. Everybody else, get your membership, gift memberships, all of that. Thank you. All right, this isn't going to be on much longer. She's pleading guilty instead of going to trial.
I started AA as soon as it was available to me in the jail.
And so what year was that?
That was 2023.
Are you still engaged in AA?
Yes, very much.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medication in the last 72 hours?
Yes.
What have you had?
My anxiety medication,
And what is that?
Lexapro,
How often do you take Lexapro?
3 times a day as needed.
All right, y'all. So she was drugged up in there. She's taking Lexapro for anxiety. But what I'm getting by that is that she probably had some kind of anxiety. She was self-medicating with alcohol. You guys are going to just be absolutely, Wyatt. You're right. Yep, drug. Thank you for giving membership to Psychic Amelia. We know we love new members, and you won't be disappointed that you found this channel.
Does that affect your ability to understand where you are or what you're doing?
No.
On the offense of felony DUI, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Do you understand the minimum is 1 year, the maximum is 25 years, and a minimum fine of $10,100 and a maximum fine of $25,100?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that it's classified as violent and serious?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that under South Carolina law that subjects you to enhanced penalties?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that if you receive 2 additional serious offenses, you could face life without parole?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may have discussed parole or parole eligibility with your lawyer or with others, but until you're sentenced, no one can tell you when, if ever, you would be eligible for parole or under what conditions. You should assume that you will serve any time that you're sentenced to day per day. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
On 2 counts of felony DUI, great bodily injury, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Do you understand that the minimum is 30 days and the maximum is 15 years?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that the maximum fine is a minimum of $5,100 and a maximum of $10,100?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand, and I'll go over that later, I apologize, I'll come back to that. On the offense of reckless homicide, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Do you understand the maximum penalty is 10 years and or a minimum fine of $1,000 and a maximum fine of $5,000?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that on the reckless homicide that your license will be revoked for 5 years?
Yes, Your
Do you
Honor.
understand the court has no control over that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that on the felony DUI with great bodily injury that your license will likewise be suspended?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that no probation or can be given on those offenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you also understand that you will be required to have an ignition interlock device on your car?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you also understand that likewise we have no control over those statutory mandated conditions.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you also understand that on felony DUI with death, that no portion of the sentence can be suspended.
Yes, Your Honor.
I want you to listen carefully to the facts. Finish.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court.
Yes, sir.
This occurred April 28th, 2023, at the 1200 block of East Ashley Avenue, Folly Beach, in Charleston County.
All right, we're going to pause this for just a few minutes so we can squeeze in a quick break.
All right, we don't need a quick break. I just wanted everybody to roll in so we can get started. This lady had 3 times the legal limit of alcohol, and let me tell you what, she not only, we're starting for, you just got in, Schmoopy, how you doing? You just got in, and I'm just starting. So hello, everybody. Let's pull this down and really get started. I just wanted you to see that no trial's happening because she did plead guilty. All right. Now, we have a lot to go over. So you guys buckle up. We're going to lead to the prison calls. I tagged them. Phone calls from prison is what they call it. So let's start with the introduction. I didn't even tell you anything about anybody. So if you hadn't actually watched it yet, you wouldn't know what I was talking about. So Jamie Lee Komoroski trial was scheduled. She pled guilty. And if the internet wants to work, I can share this with everybody and we'll get started.
For Jamie Lee Komoroski.
Because we're doing a really big one. Hit the like button on your way in and let's get to it. Here we go. All right. This is what's happening. Now we're ready.
He's scheduled to begin this week, and we have our Sophia Radebaugh joining us live in the studio this morning just after 6:30. She has those latest details on what you need to know. Sophia, good morning.
Hey, good morning, AC. Well, this situation really shook the Low Country, and Jamie Lee Komoroski was accused of killing a new bride and seriously injuring the groom and several others after hitting their golf cart with her car. Now, the incident happened in April of 2023 on Folly Beach. Authorities say Komoroski was intoxicated and driving 65 miles an hour down East Ashley Avenue. That's when authorities say Komoroski rear-ended a golf cart and the newly wedded bride, Samantha Miller, was killed, and the groom, Aric Hutchinson, was severely injured along with other passengers in that golf cart. Well, reports showed that Komoroski's blood alcohol level at the time of the crash was 3 times over the state legal limit. Komoroski is facing 3 counts of felony DUI injury and 1 count of vehicular homicide. Komoroski is currently out on bond. She was released on bond in March 7 months after the judge initially denied her bond and informed the parties that Komoroski would be released if the case wasn't heard by March of 2024. Well,
There you
if
go.
convicted in a trial, she faces up to 85 years in prison. Of course, we'll
Okay, there you go. She was facing 85 years in prison and she decided this morning to plead guilty. Now we can actually begin the episode. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to Guilty of Crime. Let's get started with everything. I'm going to put some pictures up and then I'm going to go over the actual case so you don't have to ask what, where did this, how old, when, where, what, why. I'm going to show you accident photos, wedding photos, photos of the defendant, Jamie Komoroski, Aric, and Samantha. We're going to get deep into it. Then we're going to listen to all the whiny phone calls, and the phone calls also have video. So we're going to watch many video phone calls as well. We're going to dive deep into this. So buckle up because that's what we're about to do. All right. So I'm going to put some pictures up and read to you what this is about. She would have got a lot more time if she went to trial. She was facing 84 or 85 years. She ended up with 25 years. She won't do the whole time, but she's smart because look at what just happened to Sarah Boone today. She got life without the possibility of parole. That bitch is never getting out. Bye-bye, Sarah Boone. You would have been out in 10 years max, probably not even, and now you're stuck in there for life. 2% chance that she'll get a retrial. It's never going to happen. 2% is like hoping that you're going to win the lotto. It just doesn't happen, y'all. It just doesn't happen. So that's that. All right. So let me pull up the pictures and then I'll tell you what the case is about and we'll get into it real big, real deep. I know everybody wants to see pictures first, and that's what I like to do. So you can imagine what's happening. I'll scroll through those and do my thing. Thank you, guys. All right, let's get into it. Now, if you came in late, just know I just started. So hello, everybody. Hello, Rosie. Good to see you. Hello, hello. All right, there you go. There's the first picture. Now I'm going to tell you what's going on with the case. If you just got in here, this is the heartbreaking final picture showing the newlywed bride alongside her husband minutes before they were killed by a drunk driver, crashed into a golf cart. She left the wedding reception. Now, groom was in critical condition. I have pictures of that. So trigger warning, everybody. Trigger warning. Here's the potato. All right, you got the potato. It's a big trigger warning that there's some ugly photos of the accident and Aric in the hospital. And you guys don't even know who the hell I'm talking about yet because I haven't got into it. So welcome. Love you too, Leanne. Good to see you. All right, so let me tell you what the heck is going on. Now, we just saw Jamie Komoroski's charged with reckless vehicular homicide and 3 counts of felony DUI. Now, this crash killed Samantha. It's Samantha Miller and Aric Hutchinson. Now, they were just married. Not even, I don't think it was even an hour in. So there's been a lot of back and forth about their marriage. As a matter of fact, victim Samantha Miller, her mom bought the husband over financial assets, so to speak. So Samantha Miller had millions of dollars tied up in assets that should have gone to Aric, but they weren't even married that long. So her mom fought, she won a settlement, and Samantha's mom 10 years ago to the day, almost that day, killed a firefighter. So apple doesn't fall far from the tree. There's a lot going on in this case, and it's hard to even know where to begin. Jamie is the person that's convicted, so we'll get to her next. Now, you see bride Samantha Miller, 34, she was the one killed in the crash. 3 others were in the golf cart, including her husband, Aric Hutchinson. He was injured. Komoroski was actually in jail for many months, 7 months, and then she got released on bond, $150,000 by daddy. All right, so if they weren't ready by March 24th, she was out of there. Now, according to jail records, Komoroski was $150,000 surety bond, and she had a GPS to secure the continuous monitoring of, as well as a remote alcohol monitoring system, which detects alcohol through a person's sweat. All right. So earlier in the year, Hutchinson or Aric and the other survivors of the crash filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Komoroski. She was bar hopping, but she told the officers she had one drink and one shot. As a matter of fact, her alcohol level was 0.261 at the time of the crash, which is 3 times the legal limit and actually considers you comatose. All right. So a judge approved the settlement and awarded $1 million from several businesses. So it's a pretty big deal when you got that going on. So we got 34-year-old Samantha Miller, that's now deceased. Aric Hutchinson, the groom, suffered critical injuries, but he's recovering from a brain injury. We see him; he had numerous broken bones, and we see him in court talking, etc. All right, so I didn't know much about this case until recently. I heard about a golf cart couple getting hit by a driver going 65. Now, many of you say, "What the heck? Why are people driving golf carts?" I'm never going to victim blame, and it's very typical. This was in South Carolina. They were on the beaches. So they were in a beach wedding, right? This happened let me see. This happened on Folly Beach, South Carolina, and Komoroski Jamie was driving 65 in a 25-mile-an-hour zone. So the newlyweds had just finished the wedding and were going into the wedding reception. It was moments after their reception. They took off. She hit them from behind, and now you're going to see the pictures of everybody. So in San Diego, which is very similar to the beach that they got married there, you can have golf carts on the road. It's all good to have golf carts on the road, especially that it's next to a beach. It's very common. As a matter of fact, we drive golf carts around Napa property, and there's cars driving and golf carts. It's okay. So I'm never gonna, yes, Charleston, South Carolina. I'm never gonna victim blame. You're never gonna hear me say that. But it was Jamie Komoroski's fault the whole time. Rosie, thank you so much. You say thank you for the love and support. I love you for the $1.99 super sticker. All right. And then I missed a couple other people's because I was reading. Thank you, Bree, for the $5. Chug a chug. Ashley, thank you so much. $5 holla. Woo woo. And then Rosie finishing that train off. All right, let's get into the pictures. I'm a visual person. JoJo just gifted another membership, so thank you so much. All right, check this out. These are heartbreaking pictures, okay? Oh, trigger warning, please. Trigger warning. So I'm going to go through photos of Aric and Samantha Miller, Aric Hutchinson. I'm going to go through wedding pictures, and I'm going to go through crash pictures. So please be warned. I'm also going to show a couple pictures of the defendant then and what she looks like now. She put on a significant amount of weight, which tends to happen when you're locked up in the house. All right, so let me pull the screen up real quick and make sure you guys can see this. It didn't change. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. It didn't change. Did it change for you? No. My internet's being funky. All right, let me do this real quick. Let me pull this down and let me put I got a whole bunch of pictures that I want to share with you guys. Let me do it this way. This will make it easier. All right. Hello, everybody. Good to see everybody. It's a Monday, and I had 4 days off, so I'm very hyped up today. As you can probably tell, I've got the stamina of is it an ox or a horse? Which one do I have a stamina of? Okay. All right, y'all. Stick with me. This is Aric. He wishes that he would have died. I don't know. I forgot what they call that. Survivor's remorse or survivor's guilt. Carol, bless you. All right. So again, trigger warning. We're going to take a look at pictures of him in the hospital. We're going to take a look at that golf cart being demolished. We're going to take a look at wedding pictures. All right. So buckle up. Survivor's guilt. Thank you, Kawana. Love you. One Guilty of Crime membership. and I had a wonderful Thanksgiving. That's why I'm on fire today, if you can't tell. All right, I feel like I'm on fire anyway. I hope you guys feel that way too. All right, let's get into the pictures. If I can find them again. All right, that's the beautiful couple. All right, so we'll stop and kind of talk about each thing, and then we're gonna get into phone calls. I have lots of episodes. I'm really excited to talk to you about the phone calls because the lovely Synth hooked it up. She hooked it up with the phone call so I can tell you each day, each call, and what's going to happen. Yes, we're all on fire for this one. Today was a big day. Grizzly True Crime, thank you for sharing the documents. Oh, all right. You say I'm always on fire, MM. I don't know about that, but I feel like I'm on fire today. So that beautiful couple got married, and then I'd say hours there, she's dead, still in her wedding dress, and he's in the hospital. All right. Leanne's on fire. Sagittarius, December 19th. Well, happy early birthday. I'm also a fire sign. I'm a Leo, king of the mother trucking jungle. All right. Tragic drinking and driving is always dangerous. Yes, but when you hear her, it's like she didn't even care that she was being filmed or recorded on the phone calls. She was so entitled. She was talking about her wedding. She's talking to her dad about her marrying her boyfriend in the future, and can he walk her down the aisle in her wedding after she killed this woman and messed this guy's life up forever. Wow, yes, I want this night to never end. Right. All right, let's keep going through the pictures, and then we'll read the affidavits. You get a good sense of what the heck. Oh, such a big day today. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. All right, let me get through this. All right, there it is. You can see him recovering there a little bit. Now, remember this. We're talking as we scroll through here. There were 3 people on that golf cart. She died. She tragically was killed by Jamie Komoroski. Those 2 survived. You can see the guy in the bed was also on the golf cart. He's cool. This guy's Eric's probably in hell because he lost his wife. Mama Sage, what's up? I'm July 25th. July 25th, Leo. And Foxy Amazon, I didn't forget you. Thank you so much for the Guilty of Crime 420 membership. Carol Johnson, bless you, Jay. Rest in peace. Samantha Miller. Thank you, Carol. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Yeah, I'm feeling on fire today, you guys. I don't know about you guys. Oh, I'm sorry. 4 people on the cart. My bad. I just said that. And we're going to go over the affidavit in a minute here. What's up, Jen's a Gypsy? Miss you guys. I really missed you guys. All right, let's keep going. Stony, I hope you get a membership too. I hope you do. Leanne, perfect example of Leo's, always a leader. Holiday fire, I love the embers that glow. Don't rake my coals or I'll roar. Yeah, don't mess with me or I'll roar too. I have no problem with roaring. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, prayers for the family, both sides. They had a big day today, y'all. All right, so you can see here, I saw him in court. This guy, I believe this is it's the brother. I think it's the brother of Aric. I think it's Eric's brother. You guys can correct me in chat. I saw him in court today giving impact statements. So let me go back to chat and see if you guys can tell me, is that the brother? I know you guys saw that today. You guys watched the impact statements on Grizzly True Crime. All right. Thank you, Stony. And yes, entitled. You guys are gonna die. Yes. Eric's brother, Marilyn. Thank you. That's Eric's brother, the surviving groom. Chick, howdy. Lynette, good to see you. That's the brother. All right. I did my homework, y'all. I wasn't off for 4 days exactly. I was doing my research. All right. There they go. That's the beautiful line or row they made down for the bride and groom to walk through. Only moments later for them to be their life shattered beyond repair. All right, so drunk driver kills bride, leaving her own reception. This lady's beautiful. Remember Samantha Miller. All right. Friday, April 28th, 2023, a drunk driver barreled into the back of the golf cart transporting Aric Hutchinson, 36, and Samantha Miller, 34, from the wedding reception in Folly Beach, South Carolina. Now, the car was driven by Jamie Lee Komoroski, 25 years old, traveling at 65 miles per hour. When you hear the jail calls, you're going to not believe that Jamie is 25. You're going to think she's like 13 or 14. And when you start to see her social media come to life, you're going to say, what a entitled, reckless human garbage. What a waste of life. All right. Now, this is her. She's got a couple tears here. All right. Now, this was the deadly wedding night trial that was supposed to start today. Now, I am sure she didn't take her advice from Sarah Boone. And I'll tell you why she didn't take her advice from Sarah Boone, because Sarah Boone would have only gotten 15 years with 4 years time served. Now, this lady, Jamie Komoroski, she was facing 84 years. She'll be out in probably 15. She was 3 times, Cheryl, that 3 times over the limit is actually considered comatose. Get that in your mind, comatose. She was legally comatose. All right. All right, who else gifted a membership? Did you gift another one, Foxy? No, you gifted the 420. Okay, I didn't. If you guys send me a super chat or super sticker, let me know and I'll put it up. There's my vape, girlfriend. All right, let's keep going. Oh, she only got 25 years, girl. She'll probably be out in 15. I've been watching lots of parole hearings. All right, let's keep going. Now, a family member confirmed that one of the men was released on Sunday and is recovering despite being banged up and sore. So this is another one of the victims there. She did damage. I'm lucky that they didn't take those people's lives. All right. There's this guy probably living in his own personal hell. Now, he had one reconstruction surgery and is set to have another, as well as suffering numerous broken bones and a brain injury. Now, I got to say, when I heard him talking today, he sounded very low and almost a little bit slow. So I don't know what happened. And yes, I know, nope, not today. I can't wait for you to get to the phone call. Shut up, Jay. But this is the first time I've gotten to the case. I'm going. I got so much to go through. Maybe I'll go through some of it and then I'll go back and forth. All right. I'm doing it. I know. Okay. So there they are. The hurt people, Sam and Aric, are being escorted by the brother-in-law, Ben Garrett, and nephew Brogan, where they were hit by Komoroski. This is the damage that girl did. Beautiful bride, Samantha Miller. All right. Her mom, I believe. All right. Mom and daughter again. There's the golf cart, y'all. There's the damage, right? That's the damage to the golf cart. Oh, such a beautiful picture of the couple. There they are, moments after getting married. And there's that poor excuse again. There's Samantha Miller. Let's see. Let's watch. Okay, so there's the damage. There's the car and there's the golf cart. Car versus golf cart never is going to win. All right. Yeah, you guys are going to be pissed off for the phone calls. I got an overview today because we needed to do this in the case. So we might get to more. I might cut some of this down and put bits and pieces of it in the next episode and go through like Facebook and stuff like that. So I know you guys can't wait. You can't wait. All right. Let's keep going. Thank you guys again. Thank you. It's me, Jen, a member for 1 month. I appreciate you. All right, let's keep going. This is terrible. Again, trigger warning. Look at that mess. I mean, imagine where I think Samantha was probably in the passenger side of the golf cart. Look at that golf cart wheel and like the tire, and look at how it's intertwined. The seat's out. Look at the seat, how it's turned. I mean, it's demolished. All right, beautiful couple. All right, that's that poor excuse for a human being are Jamie Komoroski. And you guys, she doesn't look anything like she does in her social media anymore now, does she? Yeah, a tangled mess. Lens riches? Thank you. Lends us some riches on my show, okay? Lends me some riches. Yeah, I missed you too. Nope, not today. All right. What's up, everybody? Yeah, you can't even see the golf cart. Anyway, look at this poor excuse. Doesn't even look like her anymore. Sorry, I didn't mean to go that fast. Okay, let's keep going. Look at that. There she is. You can't even see where the golf cart ends and the car begins. All right. So that's that. I'm going to pull it down because you guys are wanting to. Hold on. I'm not going to do all that. Let me get back to here. I'm on fire today. You know what I'll do before I get into stuff? I'll do a little teaser for you. I'm going to play this case summary and jail call clips because I do have the incident report and the affidavit, and I cannot let that go to waste. But I know you guys are anxious for some of the calls, and I'm even thinking, since this is such a big case, I cannot leave you guys hanging. So I might actually work through the weekend to bring this to you. I might actually work Saturday and Sunday and bring you all this content. So don't be surprised, but do hit the like, subscribe, and share if you like the way I present true crime. All right. So I'm going to give you a tease of the audio jail calls and the case. So buckle up. All right. And this first one, I'll just play it so I don't interrupt you. You'll get a taste of what the next, let's say, 7 episodes of this will be like. All right, let's go.
I don't think I'm a threat to society at all, and I'm not. Well, I want to know when the heck I'm going to get my coloring pencils.
This is Jamie Lee Komoroski. Jamie's a
All right, so we're going to watch this together, and then I'm going to tell you what else we have in store. I've got a big, giant list of phone calls. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have like 20 jail calls, and they're going to just outlandish, outrageous video and audio calls. So this is just going to give you a little teaser of that. Let's go.
25-year-old graduate of Coastal Carolina University. She is accused of colliding her vehicle with a golf cart carrying Samantha Miller, her new husband, Aric Hutchinson, and 2 others. According to witnesses, the collision's impact propelled the golf cart a distance exceeding 100 yards and caused it to roll multiple times. This is the actual photo of the crash site. The individuals on the golf cart were transporting the recently wedded couple back to their rental home when their vehicle was struck by Komoroski's car. Samantha Miller was pronounced deceased at the scene. Her husband, Aric Hutchinson, was transported to the hospital with severe injuries. Samantha and Aric had just gotten married that very same evening on April 28, 2023. Jamie's reported blood alcohol content was 0.261 the night of the incident. Jamie Komoroski was arrested the night of the crash. She was later charged with 3 felony counts related to driving under the influence resulting in significant bodily harm or death, as well as reckless homicide. I'll get into more details about the incident after you hear the jail calls. In these phone and video calls, you will hear Jamie ask why golf carts are even allowed on the road, all the way to her being outraged that her grandmother wants to take ownership of her cat. These clips were taken from calls that were made during the month of May. The first set of clips will show Jamie's outbursts while being held in jail.
I'm just worried. I don't want to go to prison for 15 years. Yeah, well, I just want to get out of here.
I know.
So bad.
Huh?
Dad, what did you do?
I'm glad you called your
I'm not a bad
brother.
person. I'm not a bad person.
Quiet.
I still just don't know why this had to happen to me.
Because bad things happen to good people, honey. That's why.
What?
It's just fate. It's just something that happened to you, and we are going to deal with it the best we can. Okay?
Thank you
It's
so
going
much.
to take a while, Jimmy. You're going to be there a while, okay?
I said, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I just can't believe this happened to me. Why me, Dad? Why me? Oh my God, okay. I have to like say goodbye to Evan, my cat.
Listen, you just have to.
Oh my God. I'm gonna be here for like years and years and years and years and years and years.
Yeah, bitch, years and years.
This is a terrible, terrible accident. It's all my fault. I just still don't understand why this had to happen to me. I just don't understand. I don't understand.
Jamie, terrible things happen to good people. And it's just what happens.
It's hard. This is just terrible. It's terrible. And it's just...
Hey, listen to me, okay?
Thank you so
it is
much.
really, it's not terrible. It's really fucking terrible, okay? But. It's gonna be hard. This is not easy. This is big. This is big thing. Are you listening?
Yes.
We have today, we have tomorrow. We don't worry about yesterday. Understand?
Okay. And it was a golf cart.
I know, honey. We know, honey, okay?
Golf cart shouldn't even be allowed on the freaking road. I said, this could happen to anyone. Like, why me? Like, why me of all people? Why me? I don't understand. Like, this could have happened.
All right, I'm going to pause it right there because we are listening to this together. Why me? Listen to that entitled brat, human garbage at this point. Unbelievable that those parents raised her to be like that. They handed her car keys and let her go out and drink and drive, probably doing all kinds of different drugs, thinking she owns the road, talking about golf carts shouldn't even be on the road. Well, yeah, sometimes golf carts are on the road and you don't that's not how you drive 65 an hour comatose in a 25-hour zone. It could have been a bicycle. It could have been lots of things. Why me? Now, don't think the judge didn't take these things into consideration, people. Don't think that they didn't hear this. Later on, you're going to hear her talking about, oh, when I get married, Daddy, I want you to walk me down. I mean, her parents created a monster. You're going to hear phone calls with her and her boyfriend. You're going to hear lots of phone calls from her while she's waiting before she gets out, obviously, because they did let her out on bond. Absolutely disgusting human being. Yes, she pedestrian sometimes. Yes, I know she's 27, guilty of crime. She's old enough to make her own actions. But what I'm saying, Leanne, is listen to the dad, how he's coddling her. And he's the one that bonded her out on $150,000 bond. He got her out instead of making her accountable and making her stay in there.
There's so many other people.
Jamie seems very concerned about getting out on bond, as you'll see in the next set of clips.
What I'm saying is, I'm just wondering, like, so, like, after I pay bond and stuff, like, are you and Mom going to pick me up?
See?
I'm just excited to get answers, but we're just going to take it day by day, and hopefully that the bond hearing comes soon, and then I can get home to everyone, and then we can go from there. I just really hope that, like, the judge can see that, like, I'm not a bad person, and, like, it could have happened to anyone, and it was just a freak accident.
Not a freak accident.
Going out and shooting people on purpose. Like, it was a freaking accident, you know what I mean? About, like, a week or so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get bond.
Okay.
I don't think I'll be going, like, into prison or anything. I have some information. Apparently, I will be getting a bond eventually.
They said that.
Who said that?
That's great, baby. That's great.
I just really, really want to know if I could get a bond. Like, I really, really want to know if I could get a bail or a bond just so I can get the fuck out of here.
These next clips are of Jamie being outraged that her grandmother wants to keep her cat Theo. I learned from other calls.
All right, y'all. She wants to just get the fuck out of there. But guess what, girl? You're not going to get the fuck out of there anytime soon. Oh God, you guys are gonna just might as well get your popcorn and chill out now. Leanne, I see your messages, and StreamYard doesn't work like that. It works just like Zoom. So I'll answer you. It's a link that you can't get on until the show starts. So I'll get back to you. I see your messages. I hear you. Yeah, we're good. We're good. All right. Yeah, you guys just either get your popcorn or take your hashtag I took my meds. There you go. Synth knows what I'm thinking. Daddy is an enabling dude. Daddy and mommy.
Calls that Jamie only had this cat for about a month before the accident happened.
Grandma's cat died, and now she has Theo, my Theo.
Yes.
And I have a feeling she's going to try to keep my Theo, but that's my Theo, and she's not keeping him.
Well, I think that we will have a conversation about that, okay?
What do you mean?
Well, listen, you call Tony in.
No, they're not keeping my cat.
We'll talk about that, and maybe you'll have shares or something.
No.
Listen,
Grandma can get
don't
another
worry
one.
about the dumb cat right now.
No,
okay?
it's not dumb. That's my cat. It's not dumb.
Well, they don't want to name him Theo anymore, but I didn't want to tell you that on message. But they're calling him Chester now.
Okay, here's my thing. That's not their fucking cat. That's my cat.
Wow. Hang on, you need a reality check real quick right now, girl. That's not your cat right now because you left that cat in an unfortunate situation, and they're taking care of the cat now. And they don't want it named Theo because their cat Theo died.
No.
Yes, bitch.
Julian, that's my cat. I'm not going to be in here forever. It's going to be like a couple months, and then I'm going to be back home. So Theo, my grandma's cat ended up dying. Because I guess he ate a toxic.
All right, keep in mind, folks, that the sentencing happened just a little while ago. If you guys want to go back when you're done with this video and go watch Grizzly True Crime, she covered the sentencing. So you'll see trial was supposed to happen today. She pled guilty. She got 25 years, we're going to say. And you can see her reaction and everything at Grizzly True Crime. It was a pretty good sentencing. It was very sad because there was family members that talk. Yes, she killed Samantha Allen, 34 years old, just hours after she was married. And listen to the entitlement. And you're going to hear so much more. So if you guys need to take your Prozac, your Xanax, your allopurinol, whatever you call that shit, take your meds, all right? I got time for another phone call today if you guys want that. It's between her and her man, the entitledness. Oh my God, you guys are going to throw something at your computer.
Or something. So what do they decide to do? Give my Theo to my grandma.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? And they were like, we took the plan away. And I was like, well, she's not keeping him. She knows that, right? And they were like, well, like, you, like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, that's my fucking cat. She's not keeping him. Like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a problem.
The last clip I wanted to show you is between Jamie and her dad. He mentions going to rehab if she were to get out on bond. Here's Jamie's reaction.
From there to go to alcohol rehab. Okay?
Okay.
That's part of it. Right?
How long is that?
4 to 6 weeks.
All right.
Well, listen.
If it helps the case, then I'll do it.
Might help you a little too.
Sure.
Well, yeah, you know, so more information's coming out about what happened, you know. Right?
Such as?
Your BAC level, you know, blood alcohol level. Yeah, not good. Okay?
Yes, but now that just makes me even more scared for, like, the future and everything.
Listen, the future, you can't do anything about. All we could do is work with what we have, okay? Your future's going to be fine.
The incident report provides an account of the encounter officers had with Jamie Komoroski shortly following the collision. The incident report reads, once all medical care was rendered, which was also
All right, now keep this in mind, and I'm gonna do this. Every time I start a phone call, I'm gonna give a little bit of backstory to anybody that comes in. And Grizzly True Crime graciously sent this information over to me, so I do have the affidavit, I do have the police report, and I'd love to show you. But today we'll go over more jail calls because it seems like you guys want that. $2 hashtag I took my meds. Thank you so very much. This channel's fan funded, so everything helps. Thank you. All right, let's keep going.
Also rendered to Jamie, who did not have any injuries, I switched hats and started the DUI investigation with the driver, Jamie Komoroski. As I made contact with Jamie, I smelled an odor of alcohol coming from her breath and person. I asked Jamie if she remembered what happened, and she stated, "I was driving and then all of a sudden something hit me." I then asked her which way you were going. She stated towards my house. It should be noted that Jamie was traveling eastbound on East Ashley Avenue, which dead ends. Jamie's house was the opposite direction. I asked Jamie if she had anything to drink tonight. She stated, "Nope." "Oh, I had 2 drinks, 1 beer and a drink." I asked what drink, and she stated an alcoholic beverage, like a tequila pineapple an hour ago or so. I asked Jamie, on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the most impaired, intoxicated you have ever been, where would you say you're at now? It should be noted that the scene was loud with fire trucks, EMS vehicles, and I heard very faintly Jamie mumble something quickly that I heard as 8. And then she said, I would like a lawyer. At that point, I moved into checking Jamie's eyes because as I was speaking with her, I noticed that her pupils were very large. While I was searching Jamie at the front of my patrol car, she started to become very agitated by raising her voice, and every once in a while, she would start to tense up and pull away. Also, engine 1102 was backing up right next to the front of my car, and it was very difficult to hear or even talk to Jamie at that point. Due to her getting more agitated by the second and the loud noise from engine 1102, I determined that she needed to be placed into the back seat of my patrol vehicle for her.
Oh my God, it's killing me now. Listen, y'all. Thank you to Leanne for gifting $25 worth of memberships. For some reason, my membership thing is not working right now. Can one of my mods gift out $30 worth of memberships and I'll Venmo you back or whatever? If somebody can help me out, it won't let me gift memberships. It's like my thing, my gifting memberships is stuck. But Leanne, I hear you, and Leanne paid me money for a book that she can't get because she's in the UK. So if someone wants to gift out $30 worth of memberships, I'll Venmo you or Cash App you back. Yes. Thank you, Leanne. You're awesome. So whoever does that, let me know and I'll send you back the money. All right, let's go. Let's keep going. We're going to give $30 worth of memberships out right now.
Safety and all on the scene. When I sat her down in my car, Jamie refused to place her feet inside and kept asking me why she was being arrested, and I told her again at least 3 times. I then removed Jamie from my car and placed her into the back of Officer Honeycutt's vehicle. When she sat down in the back seat of Honeycutt's car, she again refused to get in by not placing her feet into the car, so she was pulled into the vehicle by Officer Honeycutt. It should be noted that when I attempted to place her in the back seat of my patrol vehicle and Officer Honeycutt's vehicle, she kept asking why she was being placed under arrest after I'd already told Jamie numerous times. This is a clear indication of someone who is intoxicated, is to repeat over and over after the question has already been answered. Jamie Lee Komoroski was identified by her South Carolina driver's license and was moved away from the side of the roadway to let medical staff work. I asked Ms. Komoroski multiple times if she was driving the vehicle or was just a passenger. Ms. Komoroski would not answer the question but kept asking for her phone and boyfriend. Ms. Komoroski was told that those were not a priority at the moment. A bystander stated Jamie seemed in a daze but would keep asking for her boyfriend and telling them she was on her way home, but at times would stop talking as if thinking and then start asking if that was her car, and then would see one of the injured and start screaming, "Who is that?" She then stated that is what she kept doing till officers started to speak with her. An officer came over to her to ask questions about what happened, to which she replied, "She did not do anything wrong, I was just driving home." The bystander also stated that the individual, Jamie, kept repeating, "I want my boyfriend, I want to go home, what happened?" And I did nothing wrong. The bystander stated she believed the individual was intoxicated from her interaction.
All right, we're almost done with this, and then I'm going to play the boyfriend phone call number 1. So buckle in. Carly, thank you. I'll send you money for that later. Jojo, thank you so much for gifting 5 Guilty of Crime memberships. Man, we've gifted out like probably over 30 memberships today. So let your friends know, bring them to the channel, and thank you. Let's keep going.
Outside of law enforcement intervention. Jamie has been out on bond since May 1st, 2024. Her trial is scheduled to start tomorrow, December 2nd, 2024.
Yep.
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
Yes. All right. Let's get this out of here and get it ready because we know When Miss Reese says pick me up, Mom, I have to go. All right. Let's next jail phone call in the correct order. All right. So this call is with her and her man. This is part 1, and this was on September 21st, 2023. 5 phone calls were made during April and May from the Charleston County Detention Center in South Carolina. All right. Let's do it. I know you guys are very super excited, and I just pulled my screen down. My internet is going slow today. That's right. I'll bring it back. 1 second. You got memberships to hold on to. Enjoy the memberships while we wait. All right. All right. I'll get it back up right now. All day long, my internet has been trash. All right. Here we go. Part 1. Remember, she took that bride's life, and remember her entitledness. She doesn't know what she did wrong. She's going to go home.
That's how many. I had a lot of taco though for lunch.
I didn't get to eat dinner yet today. I don't know what it's going to be. Lunch today was it was 2 slices of white bread, an uncooked piece of bologna like this big, uncooked piece of bologna, and then like cabbage and 2 cookies.
Oh, you got 2 cookies. Do you get any like condiments, like mayonnaise or mustard?
No. They fed us hot dogs one night, 2 hot dogs, and no ketchup or anything.
Oh my gosh.
No buns or anything. It's so bad. But I just got my snack pack in the mail today, so I have Doritos and cookies. These cookies are so addicting. I already ate like 20 of them today. So the cookies that they give you for dessert, sometimes you get cookies and sometimes you get cake. These cookies that they give you at this jail, I'm going to start buying them when I come home. I'm not kidding.
Oh my gosh.
And I really like their soap.
The soap?
Yeah.
So you're allowed to shower?
Yeah.
That's good.
Only during rec time though. Only during rec time. And you want to know what's fucked up? Here's the fucked up thing. So I'm not in like the regular part, like upstairs, because of everything, like on the news and everything, whatever. Like they just think I'd be safer down here. They want me down here where it's like safer, less people, whatever. But up there they get 4 hours of rec time. And it's like at 12 and then at like 4 or something, or like 10 and then like 4. Our rec time hours are from 7 to 9. And then if you want to do rec between 12 a.m. and 2 a.m., you can do that too.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm stuck in my cell like all day. But guess what?
What?
So you have to like, my dad said for you not to like talk to anyone about like this or anything, but
She's dumb. This is being recorded, and now we're going to watch your whole life. Every bit of it. All of us. Anyway, this is going to give you a good idea of the things that we're going to be doing on my channel. Of course, we're still going to cover Madeline Soto case. I got more for you. Collier Landry is going to be on here tomorrow. But this is what's going down right here on Guilty of Crime. So I hope you guys come back every single day to check it out. Yeah, this is great. Just watch Sentencing, Stream on Law and Crime earlier, and Grizzly True Crime. Yeah, that's her boy toy. Boyfriend doesn't give a shit. She does.
the deputy sheriff, like whatever, like the head person of Charleston County, I met with her today. And she's like trying to help me out.
That's good.
No, she's not.
And she like is like, you don't need, like, I don't want you in here, like you should be with your family, like blah blah blah. So that's like really good.
That is good. Yeah.
so then I can
Yeah.
hopefully be home sooner.
Yeah, that would be good.
Mhm.
Is there any word? Did you have like your bond hearing yet, or no?
No, that's what I'm waiting for. I have to wait for that to like get out, basically. But like, she's the head deputy, whatever. She was really nice too. I think her name is Kirsten
Probably.
DeMontes or something. But she's really nice, and I think she's gonna help me.
That's good. Aren't you supposed to have the bond thing?
She's gonna help you get 25 years, you little beezy. I would help her get 25 years too. Or she can get 84, either one. Nobody's trying to help you. And we're all just trying to listen to your calls, stupid bee. All right, let's keep going.
Thing on like Tuesday or Wednesday?
No, that's when I talk to my lawyer.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
that's when you talk to your lawyer.
Yeah, I'm talking to my lawyer, I think Wednesday, for like the first time in person. And yeah.
That's good.
But so that was good news today. And
That is
Sarah, yeah, so I think things are looking up. Things are looking up. But Sarah messaged me. That was really nice of her.
Yeah, I was at her house yesterday. So
Yeah.
she was like,
Her like
"How are you
apartment.
doing?" No, like I went to their new house they're building. It's really nice. It's really, really nice. Yeah, I went to play tennis, and then I went out on the boat with my partner Jeff, and then we boated to their house, and then parked.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I didn't really want to tell you, but
it's okay. We can do it together soon.
But I was
No.
talking to her, and she's like, "How are you? How's things going?" I was like, "Oh, it's good." And she was like, "How's Jamie?" And I was like, "It's complicated." She's like, "What's going on?" I was like, and she's
She
like, "Oh
didn't
my
already
gosh,
know?
no." So I was like, "Yeah, it's, and she's like, "Can I like go visit her? Like, I want to go visit her like tomorrow." I was like, "No, but like you can like messenger on this and like set up calls." And she was like,
sweet.
she was like, "Tell me how, and I'll message her right away." So she said she messaged.
Yeah, I messaged her back. She's so nice.
Yeah, she's buying me lunch tomorrow.
Where are you gonna go?
I don't know. Where should I go?
Kava?
Ava.
Or
I'll let her pick. She's buying.
yeah, you want to pick something like good, but not like too expensive. You know, like you want to get your money's worth.
I saw their new house. I think they can afford it.
I'm so jealous.
All right, like I said, buckle up. This is her. She's 27 years old, and she acts like is she 27? Yeah, 25 when it happened. I don't know. She's 25 and 27, but she acts like she's about 14, 15 years old. I'm pretty sure that my daughter, that's 10. Yeah, she's 27. All right, 27, charged with reckless vehicular homicide and 3 counts of felony DUI. All right, remember this as we listen to her talk. She took the life of Samantha Miller, and she ruined Aric Hutchinson's life forever. All right. She was 3 times the legal limit, which they consider comatose. And right now, she doesn't even seem to be bothered by any of that. No remorse whatsoever.
Yeah, it was. I we were playing. I was playing tennis yesterday at 8 in the morning. So I had to get to like my partner's house at 7 a.m. It was so early. And he was like, "Oh, like park in the circle." Right? And I was like, "Oh, okay, like he lives in like a cul-de-sac or something, right?" I pull up to his house, and he lives in like a mansion. He had like a circle in his driveway. I was like, and this guy's like super chill, like wears like dirty clothes all the time. I was like, this cannot be. Jeff's house.
That's the guy I watched you play with that showed up a little bit late that one time, right?
Yeah, and Prince drove with us.
Prince! The Prince!
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be us one day.
Oh, yeah.
But
Okay.
you're not going to be Prince. I'm going to be Sarah, and you're going to be her husband.
I'll be Prince and you're the princess. How about that?
No, I don't want you to be Prince.
Well, I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, you can be a prince, but not the prince that you play tennis with.
Okay. Okay. How it doesn't look like you have dreadlocks. What's going on?
Oh, let me show you. Hold on.
That's true. As we listen to these, remember there were 4 victims, but there's so many more than 4. 4 that got hurt, 1 that died, 3 that were injured traumatically, 1 with a brain injury, lost his life forever, and then all of the families that are affected. And she's worried about dreadlocks, bologna sandwiches, what they're going to do. Nothing. This is in the very beginning, too. We're going to go all the way up until December of 2024. So, yeah, like I said, buckle up and remember there are many, many victims involved. And she killed that bride still in her wedding dress. She was pronounced dead in her freaking wedding dress. Not bothered at all, it doesn't seem.
So they didn't have a comb today. So the best thing that he said that he'd had is like, I guess these things that they use to like.
Oh, it's for like a razor, yeah.
Yeah. So I use this to brush my hair, and all this came out.
Oh my god! Like, why are you keeping that?
Because I don't have anywhere to put it right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm keeping it so I can send it to you in the mail so you can sniff it.
I don't think I'm gonna want to sniff that. Oh my gosh! What's that thing behind you, Jamie? What is that like machine thing?
What machine?
That black thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's where you can order your commissary.
Oh.
And
So
your snack pack.
So you're not like in your room right now, right?
No, this is like the rec room.
Well, do you have enough for another snack pack? Can I like order you one?
No, I can get one, but my dad puts money on my account, and it's nice. I have tablets now, so I can like buy movies and stuff. But
yeah, you told me you're gonna watch a movie and tell me which one, so we could both watch it and talk about it.
I know I gotta look, but I gotta pick one tonight. I've already read 2 books since I've been here.
Whoa, that's good.
Yeah.
You said you're working out too?
The one book you would actually really like. It's about the Olympic Games in Brazil, and basically there's like this evil guy. He starts off nice, but then he becomes evil, and he wants to like give back to the poor because like the rich people built the stadium, but like took from the poor people, and so it's like a spy, like, but it's like they're in Brazil, so it's like cool. You would like it.
That's pretty cool. Wow.
I'm glad that little girl shared her grapes with you.
I know, it was so like, we went on the boat and then we were going to watch the basketball game. And like Jeff like got me a chair and his daughter's like at the floor. Her name's Everly or something. So they call her Evie, like what Ricky calls me.
That's so cute. I love that.
She was really cute. She's 4. And so Jeff like got me a chair and I was like, can I sit here? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, like that's fine. I was like, can I sit on the floor? She's like, yeah, sit on the floor. I was like, okay. So I sat on the floor. I didn't care. And then there's like grapes and snacks, and I was like, oh, are these grapes? Like, can I have one? And she's like, no, those are my grapes. And her mom was like, Evie, the chair. I was like, oh, it's okay. I was like, Evie, can I have a grape, please? She's like, nah. I was like, please. And then she's like, okay. So she grabbed me one and then put it in my hand, but dropped it, so it went on the ground. She was like, ha ha. So I was like, oh, it's okay. So I ate it anyway. She was like, ew.
Oh, that's so cute.
And then I got another one. And
of course, hold on. What happened? 1 second. All right, there it is. Sorry about that. Okay, so remember, I'm still going to have some commentary in this. I can't just listen to those idiots and not talk about the victims. But yes, they did sue many of the restaurants. They won $1 million civil suit. They must have settled or something, because at the very beginning of this, I told you guys about that they started a civil suit. As we get deeper into this, you're going to learn more about the case. I'm going into the phone calls today because I know you guys are very anxious to get started. All right, let's keep going. Okay.
I was about to leave, and I was like, bye, Evie. Like, nice to meet you. And she was like, bye. And I was like, can I have a high five? And she was like, no. I was like, what about like a fist bump? And she's like, no. And I was like, can I have a hug? And she was like, no. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, okay, bye. So then I picked her up and gave her a big hug. And she was like, ah! I was like, well, you didn't say I could, so I just went ahead. And like, she was like laughing, and her dad was laughing. So it was fun.
Oh, that's so cute. I wish I saw that.
We played dodgeball.
What?
Yeah, we played freeze dodgeball with like bounce balls and stuff. And then I won.
I want to play dodgeball. What the fuck? Stop doing fun things without me.
What am I supposed to do?
Maybe you shouldn't have wrecked into 4 people beyond belief and taken some. I can't believe not once so far has she said anything about any of the victims at all. And I wonder how that's going to go. You guys stay tuned.
We need to start playing pickleball.
Yeah, I'm down.
You only need 2 players.
That's right.
And I could fuck you up in pickleball. I know that.
No, you couldn't.
We play pickleball in high school. I learned how to play pickleball in high school.
You would not fuck me up in pickleball. No shot.
So stupid.
No way.
We're just gonna have to wait and see. Oh my god, my roommate though. My roommate. The girl I'm with right now. Get this. The reason she's in here is because she missed court, but she like didn't know she had it. She lives in Isle of Palm, but she's a drug addict. So she's going through withdrawals. Like she looks like she's like homeless, but like she definitely has money. She's like lives in Isle of Palm. She said she lived there her whole life. And so she has to wait 2 months until her court trial because they're like, you missed the first one, you're not going to miss the second one. We're keeping you here until whatever. And she's going through withdrawals, and then all of a sudden she's like, get the nurse. And I'm like, are you okay? And she's like, I'm having hallucinations. I'm hearing things through the walls. And I was like, and then I like banged on the window, and the guy was like, the nurses are on lunch right now, so she's gonna have to wait. And I was like, well, can I like go to a different room? He's like, you'll be fine. And then he just closed the door on me.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy? And I was just sitting in the corner like.
I mean, I have a feeling, and I'm going to predict that she's going to become a drug addict inside of prison. Just saying. I feel like she's going to get her hands on anything that she can. And when she gets out in that long, maybe it's not 25 years, maybe it's 15, maybe it's 17. She's an alcoholic. We know that. She's already taking anti-anxiety or anxiety medicine. I'm pretty sure she's going to be right there with that girl, being a drug addict, having hallucinations, going crazy. Because you know what? That the beautiful bride would have had a life and been able to do many things that she's not talking about, but she's thinking about herself and talking lots of shit. Yeah, she's gonna have lots of toilet wine. Unbelievable, this girl is. Also, don't forget, my channel is fan funded. If you don't have the means to donate, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, get your membership, and share. All right, thank you. Let's keep going.
Oh my gosh.
Word.
Trying to think of what else. But yeah, I'm just so happy I got that good news today. She was so nice, that lady, and that something similar happened, I guess, like to someone that she knew personally, and so she like related to the story, and like she like was just like really relating to me, and she just seemed really like sincere, and like she really wants to help, and like so I'm really happy. And she also is the one that got my mom and dad able to like visit me like in person, like through a glass, but like in person.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
So she's really nice.
Good.
So
Good. Well, I'm glad.
We only have a minute left.
I know, baby. Well, I'll try to I'll see if I can schedule one before I go to Europe. But otherwise,
yeah, you have to. Try to schedule one like you'll probably be busy like Wednesday night, or like Wednesday or.
Yeah, but I'm sure I can find like 30 minutes or something. So.
Okay.
All right, baby.
We're almost done with this call, and the next one goes into the dad's call, so I might do some of that, but I do want to remind you about the victims in this case. We're here for that. Hopefully, we get somebody on the channel, Stephanie Blah Diddy Blah. She recommended that I do this case, and lots of people actually recommended that, but we respect the victims as if they were going to be on our channel in hopes that they would. So we're also doing that. I got lots more to present today. I know you guys can't wait. And so I got into the phone calls. So just keep that in mind. We have more to go. In the second phone call, again, all she cares about is herself. What did she do to the families? She wrecked the family. She wrecked at 65 miles per hour into their golf cart after getting married. The husband ended up with brain injuries, broken bones, losing his wife. The wife was pronounced dead while she was still in her wedding dress, and there were two other people on that golf cart that their lives were wrecked as well. Yeah, Samantha and her mom were best friends. I mean, it's just she wrecked the lives of many, and yet there's no remorse. Like she doesn't even care. And yes, shout out to Stephanie Blah Bitty Blah for letting me know everything that you do. I appreciate you. And like I said, we respect victims and we treat them as if they're going to be on the channel. All right. That was the rest of it. All right, let's keep going.
Baby, will you call me tomorrow too?
Yeah, I'll call you tomorrow. I have so much to tell you about. There's so much that's going on around here.
Oh, I don't care. I just want to talk to you.
I know. I can't wait to see you. I'm going to cry so hard when I see you.
Yeah, me too, probably.
I'm going to cry, like, really ugly cry.
Me too, probably.
Okay, good.
When you first told me that first time,
because if you don't ugly cry, then I'm breaking up with you, so. And you better have a vape. You better have a vape for me. Okay, we only have 2 seconds. I love you.
Okay, I love you too. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, I love you. Bye. Hi, Daddy.
Hey, baby.
Hi.
All right, and don't forget, we're going to watch some of these, and then I'm going to come back. Tomorrow we have Collier Landry, so I can only do it as much as I can, play with you guys. I got more coming. I'm probably going to go like another till 5:30, because Reese is saying, Mom, you said you'd pick me up at 5, and I'm 11 minutes late. So we're going to pretend like we don't know what time it is. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and get your memberships. All right, let's not tell Reese we're still streaming, okay? Daddy call number 2.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. We have to start learning how to speak to each other on these video calls because there's like a 3-second delay because they're recording. So after I talk, you kind of have to wait like a couple of seconds before you talk because my lips will stop moving, but you'll still be hearing me.
Okay. I gotcha.
Right?
Mhm.
That's when it gets all jumbled up when we're talking to each other. We have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah. You're right.
How are you?
I'm good.
Okay. Better than shitty.
Yeah, it's just it's CJ's birthday and
Well, let me tell you something. He ain't doing shit anyway. He ain't missing nothing.
yeah, but I love him and it just makes me think of everyone.
I know. Well, I'm here, and guess what? They ain't doing nothing. They don't want to do nothing.
Yeah.
And I do want to bring that up about road approved. Many people, including us, we drive golf carts, and you guys wouldn't want that happening to me or Reese or my wife or any of that, right? We each have a golf cart. We each drive them around. There's cars that also drive on the property because we have acres and roads. So think about that. Yes, golf carts, people do drive, they get approved. In San Diego, people drive golf carts around to get from one place, a little eatery to the beach, etc. So the golf cart thing is, yeah, you say, well, not the whole thing, but the golf cart. Yes, I'm very familiar with the golf cart and being road approved. Well, not the whole thing, but the golf cart going by and then speeding right behind them and the ambulances. Yeah, well, I showed pictures of the wreckage, and you couldn't even tell the difference between the golf cart and the car. Now, golf carts are made of fiberglass to provide wheels, king cab, but yes, absolutely. She was blackout drunk. She could have hit somebody on a bike. She could have hit anything because she was that drunk. She was blackout drunk, comatose drunk. Yes, Ashton says he drives a e-scooter. I also drive a scooter around as well to get to many places, and my scooter could be demolished at any time. People might say, don't ride that on the road. Well, that's what the roads are made for. There's bike lanes and there's lanes. And when you're in a town like that, people do ride and drive golf carts. So, yes, we all exist together. I've never seen anything this bad before. This is horrible. And I'll remind you guys and show you the pictures again in the next episode to let you know what she did. Because we're laughing at her now because we're making light of a bad situation, but by no means did the victim do anything wrong. All right, let's keep going. Yes, Grizzly True Crime. Gizela gave me some awesome documents. I love her. And yes, I ride a fucking scooter around. I ride it. I have a seat on one of mine. I have multiple scooters. Reese rides with us. Like, there's no excuse for what this fucking, sorry, my mouth. All right, let's keep going.
I mean, you know, I sent CJ his birthday money, and I didn't even get a thank you out of the little shit.
Well, I spoke with the lawyers today.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like them?
Yes.
I like them.
They're top notch. They're hot to chop.
They seem really good.
Who?
They seem really good.
They are really good. The people that I actually sat with last Thursday when I was basically kind of like interviewing them was Chris and Deb.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan is like co-counsel and is helping with the case.
Yeah, they're all one team.
There's one team, 3 people. Now, just to fill you in, Nathan, well, let's start with Chris. Chris is an ex-Navy commander. He was the state's attorney under Chris Christie. And he was also the prosecutor for Monmouth County.
That's good.
Deb worked with Chris Christie on, remember the Bridgegate scandal?
Yeah.
Well, she was the one that was in charge of dealing with the media for Chris Christie on that whole issue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And she was also a state prosecutor and attorney. And they met when they were prosecutors, got married.
That's cute.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're very nice.
Yeah, they're really nice. I like them a lot.
And Nathan,
yeah.
And Nathan, I don't know, but I do know that he was the prosecutor. Remember when that kid shot up to a church, the black church in South Carolina? What's his name? Dylan Hood or something like that? Nathan put him in jail for life.
Good.
Which is a good thing, because he was a scumbag, Dylan.
I can talk over that.
Yeah.
Right?
She doesn't care.
I'm just like, I trust them so much, and I know they're a really good team. I just still get so nervous about what like the end is gonna be.
You need to talk into the handset, baby. You got that thing like hanging out by your waist. There you go. Don't give me the eye roll.
I said I'm just nervous about how it's all gonna end up.
Well, listen. You should be nervous how it's going to all end up, because that's something to be nervous about. That's normal, okay? But at the same time, we can't be doing any better than what we're doing. We got the best team to help you, right?
I still just don't know why this had to happen to me.
Because bad things happen to good people, honey. That's why. It's just fate. It's just something that happened to you, and we are going to deal with it the best we can. Okay? And it's life altering.
Just keep in mind, folks, that didn't happen to her. What happened to Samantha and what happened to Aric, that's what happened to them. All right, so let's remember that. We saw the clip of this earlier because I was giving you an idea of who she is as a person, and I also showed you the wreck, which I'll show you again to remind you she's absolutely ridiculous, and I'm sure she learned it from her father and from her mother. She doesn't care anything about what he's saying. She only cares about what she feels, and that's what she said. I'm nervous about what's going to happen in the end. Well, guess what? What just happened in the end is you were sentenced to 25 years. That's what happened. Yeah, Samantha lost her life, and you ruined so many people's lives.
You're going to, experience stuff that you never thought of, and when it's all over and done with, and everything is finished, you're going to be a better person when it's over, because you're going to have an understanding of what it's like kind of on the other side of the coin, and, I think Deb is going to talk to you. Now, Deb is going to be the one, from what I understand, that's going to actually have the most interaction with you.
Yeah, I don't care about. Yes, I know that. I'm just worried.
Okay,
I don't want to go to prison for 15 years.
Oh, you're going.
I don't think that's going to happen, sweetie. I really do not think that. No, it's not going to be that long. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Now, you're going to have to do time.
Yep.
But I doubt. I think myself it's going to be substantially less than 15 years.
Okay.
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 I'm doing everything I can. I hired the right people. I've hired the right people. I got everything lined up. No one has a better team than you to prevent that from happening.
I know. Thank you so much.
Oh, please, Jamie. Of course, I love my Jamie. You know that when I was emailing and texting them today, I told them that you're my sweetie. That's my pet name for you. Okay? I didn't tell them that your pet name for me is Daddy-O. I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
Daddy-O.
Okay?
Yeah.
I got a little smile at you, huh?
I just can't wait to get out of here.
Selfish.
Listen,
Is Mom going to come live with me in South Carolina, or am I going to go to New Jersey?
I'm going to do everything. Not me, but our team will call them. Is going to do everything to get you bonded to New Jersey.
But then what about Evan?
Jamie, now's not the time to be worried about Evan.
But I thought maybe Mom could live with me.
No, baby. Mom.
All right, y'all. So at the beginning, if you missed this, Grizzly True Crime covered the sentencing today. So I suggest when we're done here, you guys go to Grizzly True Crime and watch the sentencing, because I'm gonna handle the phone calls. That's it. I handled the introduction. I'm gonna keep the victims in mind. I'm gonna hope to get family members on my channel, and I'm gonna cover these phone calls. So anything else, go to Grizzly True Crime for. But I will be covering other bits and pieces as we go through the phone calls. All right? Love you guys.
Mom can't move to South Carolina. And listen, when you talk to her, your mom, first of all, she's very upset that she missed your call. Right?
Okay.
And you should call her when we're done.
Okay.
But think of it this way. Mom moving to South Carolina would be a huge break in her life. You're talking about her selling her home, quitting her job.
I thought that maybe CJ would just take care of the house. But I'll go to New Jersey. It's okay. I'll go to New Jersey.
Well, put it this way, New Jersey is where it's most stable for you.
Yeah.
And Jamie, nothing for nothing. You kind of have to think of what's most important. Yeah, Evan. I've been texting Evan and everything. I like Evan a tremendous amount.
I know. I don't want to talk to you about Evan.
I was just about to say that. Not once.
We won't.
Not once.
Okay.
It makes me sad. I love him. I don't want him.
Well, listen, Jamie, I understand that, but you have to deal with reality, okay?
Yes.
I mean, if first of all, it could be 12 weeks before bond.
Yeah, I know that.
So you have to realize that that's 3 months.
Yeah, or it could be 4.
Or it could be 2. They are trying to get it expedited. And that's why we got these hot to trot attorneys on, okay?
Hot to trot.
They are going to try to get you a bond court hearing as soon as possible. They're going to file paperwork. They're going to contact their people that they have relationships with within the county and try to get your bond hearing expedited.
Since we're deep diving into this case, and I know you guys are excited, I brought up the fact earlier that 10 years, almost to the day, her mother killed a firefighter and got off. So they're not worried about her, what she did. They think she's going to get off because they have the best attorneys, etc. So even if she does a minimum of 15 years, it's still more than her mom did. So yeah, it's definitely getting messy, and there's a lot that's involved in this case. I didn't realize how deep it ran until I started looking into the case. Yes, her mom killed a firefighter, almost 10 years and 1 month to today of her pleading guilty and of her sentencing. Yeah, this case got real. It got a lot bigger, and yeah, money talks, hot to trot. Daddy couldn't save her this time.
How did you know about the deputy sheriff lady?
Well, what happened is she called me, asked me to call her. At that time was when Chris and Deb gave me a statement to give to anybody that asks about you, a kind of boilerplate everybody, I told everybody, your sister, your mother, your brother, your grandma, grandpa, everybody, that if anybody asks about you, that you are only to say, call Jamie's attorney. And I gave the name of the law firm, Kingston Coventry, and Deb and Chris Ramapucci, whatever the Italian name is. I don't even know how to pronounce that shit yet. And, and gave the phone number. And I sent that to her. Then she texted, this is all in text, she texted me back that, it wasn't a legal issue. She just wanted to talk to me about family stuff. Okay? Then what happened was after that, I told Chris what the conversation was. Now, Chris has a relationship with Sheriff Graziano. They know each other. Okay? So I said it to Chris, and I said I would like to call her because I don't want to disrespect this lady. And Chris said she is a really nice person, and he encouraged me to call her, and I spoke to her. So that's how the whole thing happened with Sheriff Graziano.
Okay, that's good.
And she's really nice, right?
Mhm.
So I think
I just feel a little bit better now. I just don't want to I'm just excited to get bond and then just keep going after that and take it step by step.
Jamie, you know what? It's just like when somebody has a life-altering issue sitting in their lap. You take it not only day by day, you take it hour by hour. Every hour you get through is 1 hour behind you. Every day you get through is 1 day behind you. Every week you get through is 1 week behind you. Don't think too far into the future. You take care of yourself right now for the next hour, 2 hours, make it till.
And that's the problem, is take care of yourself, Jamie. Okay, so this is a good preview of what I am going to have going on for the next several weeks. Phone calls on top of everything else that I'm going to be covering, as I always do. So I'm going to stop this here. I'm going to go back and show you the picture. So we laugh about this, but I need you to remember, for the people that walked in just now or whatever, I'm going to come back at 32:12 and watch these with you. I marked it off. I have this great big spreadsheet thanks to Synth that gave me all the timestamps. I'm going to show you these pictures of what happened to the victims. And this is not a joke. This is not, he should be telling her anything. I know they're not supposed to talk about the victims, or they're not supposed to talk about the crime because it could mess up their deal. But this is what they're forgetting or neglecting to talk about. This is Aric Hutchinson in the hospital. He got brain damage. He got brain damage, broken bones, and he lost his wife. Yes, I'm going to go get my daughter soon. She's good. I told her I'll be there soon. All right. So that's him. That's the couple that should have been. Hold on. Oh, it's not doing it this way. 1 second. Let me do it a different way. I really do want to do it like this. Hold on. I just get really it bothers me so much that somebody could sit there and talk like this about these and not mention these people at all. Thank you so much, Mama Sage, for the $4.99 super sticker. We're going to go over these one more time. I'm going to run through, show you these victims, and then we're going to come back and back and back. So there's Aric. All right. That's this beautiful couple. They weren't married for long at all. And then this happened. All right. So let's run through this real quick again. I can't smoke while I'm talking, girls, ladies. All right, hold on. Boop. All right, so there you go. There's the other gentleman that was in the cart. This guy's probably lost for many years. Brother of Aric, and that's them. Their beautiful wedding, drug driving. This crazy bitch. This is another victim. All right, so that's them in the hospital. Wedding, mom and best friend, mom of Samantha. Again, mom and daughter, and there's a golf cart. Pieces of it off. Beautiful, beautiful, not beautiful. All right, there it is. Intertwined. You can't even tell what's what. All right. So that's what they're neglecting to talk about. No remorse whatsoever. Very tragic. Meander your way to the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. I love you guys so much. She looks a lot younger. Yeah, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Keep coming back for more content about this case, and we're going to keep running it and going through and deep diving. And every time you watch it, you're going to learn something new about the case. All right. All right. So let me pull this down because you know I like to say bye. I like to have the whole screen to say bye to you guys and thank you guys. I appreciate every single one of you that was here today, and I hope that you guys got gifted memberships, the ones that wanted them. I love you guys. Meander your way to Grizzly. If you haven't watched the sentencing, she pled guilty all in one day, pled guilty, and was sentenced to 25 years. We hit 222 right now. Say a prayer for Aric and Samantha. That justice was served today. Everything happens for a reason. You guys are cracking me up right now. You make me not want to go, but I do got to go. And on that note, I love you guys. And I will see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. Bye.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty of crime?